Attention! The biggest mistake Yuktabania has made in their blitz attack is that it had failed to sink any of our air. We'll evacuate all of the sea, then use them as a base to rebuild our counter-strike force. You've been called to service on a very important operation, people. Keep that in mind out there.
Today at 1500, carriers from the 3rd Ocean Naval Fleet will rendezvous at Eglin Straits. These carriers are the Vulture, the Buzzard, and the Kestrel, which has successfully escaped from Port St. Hewlett, thanks to your help. Your mission is to coordinate with the Kestrel and provide top cover for all carriers during the rendezvous. Should you encounter enemy attack, defend the 3 carriers at all costs. The situation is fluid, so be sure to choose an aircraft with good defensive capability against both air and ground-based threats.
Captain, please choose my plane.
Which plane am I going up in, Captain?
Captain, which plane should I use? We're launching with this formation, then?
War Dog, launch! It was nothing. Easiest mission in the world. That's what it was supposed to be. It wasn't just us, but everyone they could get their hands on. General mobilization. Our planes filled the sky like a huge aluminum cloud. There was no way the enemy could attack. The Queens of the Ocean made it to the inland sea. We've got it made in the shade now.
This is Thunderhead. We've arrived outside the range of enemy air attack. Permission granted to return to your assigned bases in sequence. Aircraft may refuel for the return trip if required. Hold above the carrier for the taker aircraft.
Everyone's starting to leave. Can we go yet?
Hold on, squad. Blaze crashed!
It was nothing. Easiest mission in the world. That's what it was supposed to be. It wasn't just us, but everyone they could get their hands on. General mobilization. Our planes filled the sky like a huge aluminum cloud. There was no way the enemy could attack. The Queens of the Ocean made it to the inland sea. We've got it made in the shade now.
This is Thunderhead. We've arrived outside the range of enemy air attack. Permission granted to return to your assigned bases in sequence. Aircraft may refuel for the return trip if required. Hold above the carrier for the taker aircraft.
Everyone's starting to leave. Can we go yet?
Hold on.
I swear, man. Hey, what is that? Is my radar on the fritz?
It's showing up on mine, too.
Where did it come from? How come the morons at Thunder Blockhead didn't notice it? Yo, kid! Yeah. Hey,
Nice work, War Dog. War Dog, your air defense mission is complete. Hold for the tanker aircraft above the Kestrel.
Ballistic missile incoming! A ballistic missile? Where'd they launch that from?
Hey, what's that?
We'll go. Copy that.
Allied squadron wiped out? What happened? The carrier's hit! It's tipping!
Someone! Anyone! What's happening?
I don't know. Everything below 5,000 feet is just annihilated. Second missile incoming. Damn it. Listen up. If you want to survive, then climb above 5,000 feet before that thing hits. All units, move it. Kestrel, evasive action. What are we gonna do, kid? I'll follow you. Just climb. How do you know we'll be safe even if we climb? Climb! Almost there. I'm almost at 5,000 feet.
Are they sure it's 5,000 feet? But I guess all we can do now is trust that information.
Look out, they're bad. Emergency climb. Omega 9.
People are spilling off the decks!
There goes another ship! 10 seconds to next impact. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Impact! Another one! The vulture took a direct hit! She's sinking! How could this happen to her fleet? Heavy damage! All hands, abandon ship! What the hell was that attack? It was like molten steel raining down on us! What's going on? Somebody tell me! How did we come to this? This is the Kestrel. All surviving aircraft, respond. This is Swordsman. I managed to stay alive. Looks like the War Dog squad made it too.
Two aircraft carriers lost. I can't believe this is all that's left of our force.
We don't have enough fuel to get back to base either.
War Dog Squadron, we can't get a tanker aircraft over to you. Proceed northeast to Higher Lark Base, land and refuel.
Hey, kid! You really should start calling him Captain.
Forget it. If he's a captain, then I want him to start trash talking like a captain. Man, I'm missing that voice real bad now.
He's got us back alive from battle for the second time. As far as I'm concerned, he's our captain now.
That's right. And I'll never lose my lead plane again. No matter what.
The enemy attack squadron has withdrawn from the area. The aircraft carriers Vulture and Buzzard were sunk by a powerful burst missile attack. According to hydrophone data analysis, we have determined that the attack was carried out by the Sinfaxi, a Yuktobanian underwater attack carrier. The specs of this ship are unknown, but its existence confirms that the advanced shipbuilding efforts of the Yuktobanians have been going on unabated since the previous war. The Sinfaxi is a serious threat to our objectives. Emergency transmission from Central. Our Army has decided to deploy the military power of the Arkbird to neutralize the grave threat posed by this new enemy submarine.
We set off for the northern region to refuel. This place is paradise compared to what's further ahead. Beyond our destination lies the closed gate to Nord-Belka. 15 years ago, the Belkans set off 7 nuclear bombs there to stave off the advancing Allied forces, entombing themselves in the frozen valleys to the north. That bit of history should have been enough of a lesson for us all. The 7 Belkan cities near the gate were vaporized, and the local area is still highly radioactive. landing point was in the state of Lord Ocean, formerly a haven for Belkans, but now entrusted to Ocean. If you refer to it by that name before, he'll put a scowl on his face and tell you that this is South Belka. Higher Lark meant a lot to us. Our flight training took place here on this airfield. On the base, we were surrounded by junior cadets, eager to hear war stories. The newspaper article about us, written by that journalist Jeanette, made it here faster than we did. Somewhere along the line, we had become the most experienced pilots in the entire world. Us, Captain Bartlett's Bandits. We were directed to take these inexperienced pilots back with us to Sand Island when we returned.
Man, we better thank Pops for this. Why's that? Because he's the guy who pounded basic fighter maneuvers into us. Now we can lord it over all these guys.
You said it. These pilots had only a tenuous grasp of flying, much less mid-air refueling, so we had to land at every base along the way. I can't believe we have to send them off to guard the western coastline.
An SSTO craft launch facility lies to the east of our current location, McNeely Air Force Base. The facility was a collaborative project between OSIA and Yuktobania. It was built to be a bridge to outer space, with a mass driver 7.5 miles in length. Our radar has detected several planes from a Yuktobanian squadron approaching the facility from several directions. The facility is currently conducting pre-launch operations for an SSTO craft. The base commander will provide you with further orders.
This is the commander of McNeely Air Force Base. All units, including those refueling at this base, are now under my command. Engage the incoming enemy. All untrained pilots are barred from taking off. Those guys are still kids.
To launch. Commencing countdown.
I remember this space center well. The mass driver was built by OSIA and Yuktobania as part of their collaborative efforts to construct an international space station. Our anti-war president used the surplus funds that came from cutting the defense budget to build it.
Is that the Arkbird?
The Arkbird. A white bird built as the first step toward the realization of the space station project. Now it's left its orbit and is just low enough to graze the atmosphere. It's coming down to pick up the laser cannon they're about to launch. They were building a bridge of peace that would span into outer space. Not anymore. The machinery meant for this peaceful mission was about to be used for our counterattack.
Hey, listen.
Yes?
Isn't that thing supposed to work like a satellite? Why'd it climb down all this way?
It's a maneuverable orbiting spacecraft.
I know that. I'm just saying, if the system uses atmospheric friction to change its orbit, then wouldn't that make it pretty hard to defend itself?
I guess it'd be in trouble if someone started firing at it right now.
Yeah, so shouldn't it be higher up then?
Continue countdown. 3 minutes to launch.
Halt the countdown. Enemy incoming. This is the Base Air Defense Command. The enemy has a large formation of transport planes escorted by a squadron of fighters. They're conducting an air assault to capture this base.
What? They're actually planning to invade Ocean?
If we shoot the parachutes before the tanks detach, we'll smash them into the ground. You with me? It's cool, but if we don't do it, we won't be able to hold them off.
Airborne tanks are dropping from the transport plane.
This air support tank sure will succeed.
That missile's coming this way! Maybe they'll hit us. Just let us land safely.
Use the trailers to form a barricade.
Any tank units? Are they gonna be okay? I don't know. But either way, we can't let those things reach the ground. The Marine just took a direct hit and exploded.
We can't shoot them all down. We can only thin out their numbers.
Damn it, we're trying to crossfire the fire gas belongs to our tank crews, right?
Throw the Molotov cocktails! The tanks are mobilizing away from their landing points. They're all scattering in droves the moment they touch ground.
That was a nasty shockwave. Number 12's parachute was shot away. It's everything. We need some help here. How much longer you gonna let him play target practice with us? This isn't funny. These tanks are gonna turn into our coffins soon. Be careful. Avoid firing on your allies. Now descending. All systems go. The armor's thinner on the bottom of the vehicles.
We're getting requests from every team to restart the launch. Captain, the enemy is spread out over a large area. Should we split up to engage them? This is Archer. Understood. We wouldn't want to lose our formation balance.
Fox 1! Fox 1!
They just keep on coming down. Is the SSTO safe? Enemy tanks parachuting down in large numbers. You're kidding. They're trying to capture this place? Don't just stand there. Start shooting! Destroy them before they hit the ground. They're easy targets, hanging like that in the air. I actually feel kind of bad for them. All Yuktobanian ACVs destroyed. Our thanks to all Allied aircraft. That should be most of them.
It looks like they've abandoned the ground invasion and decided to just destroy the base. Wipe out the remaining enemy forces. Make an effort to minimize any damage to the mass driver. Large number of cruise missiles tracked on the outer edge of our radar coverage. All fighters, engage and destroy these cruise missiles.
Captain, can you detect the cruise missiles from there? That can't be! They're showing up on radar! Multiple signatures! Look at all those missiles!
Confirmed kill on a bomber. Those must be the aircraft behind those cruise missiles.
The SSTO is gonna get hit if this keeps up.
This is Flight Director Adam Gittleman. Continue SSTO launch. Recommence launch sequence. Attention all personnel. We only have one chance to launch. Let's all do our jobs and see this through to the very end. That is all. Weather team, roger. Flight control team, roger. Guidance team, roger. My plane can't keep up with them. We're being pushed back, little by little. I can't shoot them all down.
You'll do fine. Stay calm and you won't miss.
Missile trajectories detected. Moving to intercept. Seal off D-block. Nobody's left in there, right? Guidance team reporting. Our launch window will close in a few minutes. Have faith in our fighter pilots. Don't rush your final checks. 4 minutes to launch. Hold them off till then. 4 minutes? We won't last that long.
Blaze, do you know why the Longboard was built? Well, it sure wasn't built for missions like this.
We'll be safe here. Calm down. Flight control, your job is done. Evacuate the area immediately. We can't have any mistakes here. We're staying. Fire an H-block! He's shooting! Take the wounded to warehouse 4!
Ken, is the launch facility safe?
of communication. Wired, wireless, and runners. Oh, that was close. Come on, we can't waste any more time. Final pre-flight check. All stations, go over everything one last time. Guidance, navigation, flight control, telemetry, communications, flight dynamics. Do we have a go or no go? All systems go for multi-leaders. Proceeding with launch. One minute left. Have a safe trip. Damn it! Is this it for us? The Air Force will get us through this. I know they will, so don't give up. Come on, have they launched yet? The tide of battle doesn't change soon. We're in deep trouble. The number of incoming cruise missiles is decreasing. Countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Enemy planes approaching. Take cover. We're gonna launch this thing if it kills us. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. SSTO increasing speed. SSTO passing checkpoint 1. Passing checkpoint 2. Passing checkpoint 3. Mass driver hit by cruise missile. SSTO status report. Everything's clear. All systems are go. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. It's a beautiful sight. This is great. Observation room reporting. The SSTO is climbing smoothly. Congratulations.
The white bird rose up once again. Laser cannon in its wings. It was a moving sight. In my heart, though, I wished it didn't have to be used in war.
None of them found out why the enemy targeted the base until much later. Of course, by that time, it was too late.
We prevented the Yuktobanian army from capturing the launch facility. The SSTO launch was successful. The SSTO docked with the Arkbird, which had descended into the upper atmosphere, and successfully transferred a laser weapon module over to the craft. All aircraft with the 108th Tactical Fighter Squadron and the Sand Island Detachment return to base as soon as rearming and refueling operations are complete.